Hello, this is Nuruddin. I'm going to show you a series of mobility exercises to help strengthen the elbow tendon. Let's get started. We're going to use a resistance band. So I've got this green one and it's extra light. So you don't need something heavy here. In fact, I don't recommend you use a very strong one. We need something very light because this is an isolation exercise. So we don't need a very strong one here, okay? So here we go. I want you to bring your arms out like this. So this is our starting position. And then I want you to gradually bring your arms in, okay? So don't come all the way to 90 degrees. So right now my elbows is at 90 degree. I don't want you to come to 90 degree yet. We're gonna start here and we're gonna bring our arms slightly in, about 45 degrees, okay? So we're gonna do that for a few reps and then we'll do the next variation. So let's get going. 1, 2, we'll do 15 reps. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's about 15 reps. Now we're gonna repeat the same exercise, but this time we're gonna bring our elbows in to about 90 degrees. Okay, so before we did 45 degrees, now we're gonna bring it in to 90 degrees. Take a deep breath. Let's get out here. Okay, so we're gonna do 15 reps just like we did before. Let's get started. So when we bring it in to 90 degrees, we're fully extending the elbow tendon, the tricep tendons, which requires the elbows to do a little bit more work. It requires the tendon to do a little bit more work, which is why we want to start by warming up the tendons at a wider angle. Okay, so we've got a couple more reps here, I believe. Okay, so that's about 15. So that's the first exercise. Now let's go ahead and try the second exercise. Okay, so for the next exercise, we're gonna use the same resistance band again. This time, I've tied it up to a pull-up bar. You don't need a pull-up bar for this. You can tie it up to anything above you. Ideally, something that is steady so that it wouldn't obviously collapse while you're performing the exercise. So I've tied it up here. Gonna make sure I've got a good knot. Okay, so we're just gonna grab it like this. I want you to bring it to flex your tricep, right? So the band is all the way down. When I start from here, my arm is straight. I come up to about 45 degrees, bring it back down. 45 degrees, bring it back down. So we're gonna do that for 15 reps. Let's get started. Now, I recommend using a resistance band. A lot of the gyms have cables that you can use. A lot of gyms have this pulley where you can use one of these. So if you don't have a resistance band, you can use one of these. However, I suggest using a resistance band. One, you can do it right at home, but two, it just feels a little bit more cleaner and smoother when you're going up and down. Okay, so that's another tip. So let's perform the final variation. So we did one of these. Now we're gonna bring it all the way in. My elbow is at a 90 degree. And we're gonna perform this variation for another 16 reps. So let's do it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now notice I'm not doing this fast. Right, this is a controlled movement. Each rep should be controlled. So don't do one of these. That's not effective. You want the rep to be controlled. You contract the tricep, bring it back up. You contract the tricep, okay? Okay, that is it for the mobility exercises. Now let's do a couple tricep stretches to wrap this up. So here's the first stretch. We're stretching this tricep. Bring it in like this. You can hold onto your shoulder, or you can lock your wrist like that. Don't clench this fist. We're stretching this arm, so don't clench this one. You can clench the other arm, which is what I'm doing right now, okay? So we'll hold this for a few seconds. And just remember to breathe. Okay, now let's go ahead and bring the hand up and behind your back. And then we're gonna grab onto the elbow like that. So this is what it looks like. Okay, we're gonna do the same stretch on the other arm. So again, we're stretching all of this. Lock your arm or hold onto your shoulder. Okay, let's bring our hand up behind our back like this. Then we're gonna grab onto the elbow. Now while I'm here, I'm gonna try to pull on my elbow a little bit, which gives me a little bit more of a deeper stretch. All right, so that is the end of the mobility exercise. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.